strengths. That's Old Port Point. As you get closer to it, you'll notice there are 3 levels of big black square walls.
Look at that paraglider. Picture of it? What? No. Hey, Marquette, sorry. We're in a boat right now. We're live in California, by the way. Let's go, California.
Some people say we can never go there again. Look at the tower at the San Francisco end of the bridge. Then, look down at the concrete foundation the tower is standing on. This was the first great challenge. Building a concrete pier in water more than 100 feet deep. Enormous temporary walls were built, enclosing an area in the bay the size of a football field. The water was pumped out, and then the concrete was poured. Next came the 2 towers.
We already went under.
When they were completed, thousands of steel strands were bundled together to form the enormous main cable.
Mom's going over the... Would you stop
Finally,
with the pop
the road
bucket?
itself was built,
Seriously.
starting at both ends
I
and
don't
working
get
toward the
enough,
middle
okay? I'm
to keep the
holding
bridge
it.
in balance. It's easy to describe, but
What?
it's far from easy to accomplish. Imagine working there, day after day, in the cold, in the fog, in the rain. On major construction projects in those
Way more
days,
smoother.
experience had shown that one workman usually died for every $1 million spent. The budget for the bridge was $35 million, but Joseph Strauss was determined that 35 lives would not be lost on his
Where's
bridge.
Alcatraz?
A safety net was fabricated and suspended below the workmen, and although 11 men did die during construction, 19 men fell into the safety net and were saved. Those 19
Sorry, guys.
lucky men formed a very special club.
Earlier we got splashed really bad because we ate a big wave in the flat.
Of the 11 men who
that's
lost their
bad.
lives
My
during
parents have to start
construction,
it.
10 of them died in one accident when a 10-ton scaffold fell and tore through the net. The Golden Gate Bridge was completed in less than 5 years, in 1937. Joe Strauss let the world know exactly
There's a
how he
thumbnail.
felt.
The Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge which could not and should not be built, which the War Department would not permit, which the rocky foundation of the pier base would not support, which would have no traffic to justify it, which would ruin the beauty of the Golden Gate, stands before you in all its majestic
There's a hang
splendor,
glider.
in complete refutation of every attack made upon it.
Look up at the Twin Towers. They rise nearly 750 feet above the water. Let your eyes follow the bridge from shore to shore. The roadway extends for a mile and a quarter without touching down on solid ground.
I already got one.
Look at the two.
No, I already got one.
There's enough wire there to wrap around the planet 3 times.
Each strand in the cable is secured to steel reinforcement in a 50,000-ton foundation buried.
I'm good right here. What is your
It's a bunch
deal?
of numbers, but
I'm
numbers
live
alone
streaming.
can't
Turn it
tell
on
the
so-
story of the Golden Gate
God.
Bridge.
I need to
There's
get
more
raised.
to it than steel and concrete. For many, it has become a symbol of America's hope, as inspiring and recognizable as the Statue of Liberty.
When you're standing on that deck, you can feel it
What?
vibrate. You can feel it sway back and forth in the wind. The entire bridge hums like a harpsichord, like and it makes you feel very small. And standing, looking up at those huge towers and listening to the whole thing moaning in the wind, it's awe-inspiring.
Because we were
That
going
name, by
against
the
the
way,
wind. Now we're
came long
now
before
we're
the
going away.
bridge.
We're
John
going
C.
from
Fremont,
the wind, whatever.
soldier, explorer, and adventurer, named the entrance to San Francisco Bay
I'm
the
going to the front where it's
Golden
better.
Gate back in
Go to the front,
1846.
Mark, because there's no wind.
That was even before gold was discovered in California. Look to the north end of the Golden Gate Bridge, the side opposite San Francisco, and you'll see a rocky point with a building on it, just below the bridge. That's Line Point, the other side of the Golden Gate, along with Fort Point. Look again at the hills to the left of Line Point, the Marin Headlands. Spend an afternoon on the hiking trails there, and you might see deer or even bobcats. Flying to the top of Hawk Hill any time of the year.
Tomorrow morning we're going to try to get to Alcatraz. We're trying to get
And
tickets.
you'll see magnificent
It already sold out, but it's go really early.
every fall. More than 100,000 hawks, eagles, and falcons soar overhead on their migration south. Now, let's all take a moment to enjoy this magnificent panorama. The sun is up. We'll see sails dotted today. In addition to its other qualities, today is a challenging playground for sailors and imperfect alike.
Well, that area between Christie Field and Golden Gate Bridge and Fort Point has become one of the top windward locations in the world. And it's caused by the wind that the towers of the mixed with waters from the port all the way into the harbor and also out on the things that are more churned up there, but it's not temperature.
Alright, folks, want to start making our way back toward Alcatraz. Should be there in about 15, 20 minutes. Another perfect opportunity. Head on down to Jeff at the main deck snack bar. Those beers and cocktails aren't going to drink themselves, folks. Lots of specials. Main deck snack.
Now we are out on the bay where the water can become choppy and treacherous. 1850s, a number of lighthouses were built along the California coast to help guide boats into the bay. 3 of the lighthouses are still here in the bay. But even with lighthouses, buoys and foghorns, navigating the narrow harbor entrance is no easy feat. Thick fog, shifting currents, and overly bold captains resulted in shipwreck.
Hey, what up, Marcel?
In 1901,
Yeah, I do remember Marcel.
city
I
of
remember the
Rio de
Marcel
Janeiro
part.
was the worst local maritime disaster ever recorded.
Leo like guys.
The steamer usually transported Chinese immigrants February 1901, there was an American diplomat aboard.
Don't forget to share it as well with your friends and family. Let them know I'm live in San Francisco, guys. If you guys are down here and stuff, you want to say hi, go ahead and say hi. If you see me. I'm wearing a Maui hat.
Proceed to the Golden Gate in heavy
Right here I am. What up, guys?
In the early morning hours, to Rio de Janeiro struck the rocks. The ship did not have watertight bulkheads, and it sank in a mere 10 minutes. Many of the 210 passengers and crew were below deck and couldn't escape. 128 lives were lost.
It's been slow today, not many joins up. Sorry for the audio, they're very loud. And I'm right next to the speaker, so. We're just arriving on Alcatraz. Sorry about the audio again. They have speakers that's literally right in your ears, so sorry about that. There's Alcatraz. Thanks, Michelle. I'll definitely keep up the good work. We're going to be going towards Alcatraz and all that. These guys, I'll do some more, maybe my phone might be low battery, so I don't know. I'll try to film a little bit while I'm in downtown San Francisco, but for right now, this is all we got.
Look at the city Scotland. The great quake of 1906 began at 12 minutes past 5 a.m. on April 18th, when the first rumbled and rolled knocked San Francisco flat. In 1906, the quake was bad. The real disaster inspired the following. Look at the point of the fire of the Trans-America Curve near downtown. Imagine that entire area engulfed in flames. And not just the fire storm. It burned for 3 days and 2 nights. By the time the fire burned itself out, much of San Francisco's once proud downtown was little more than rubble. 28,000 buildings became destroyed, and 250,000 people were homeless. Tens of thousands of San Franciscans lived for months in tents while the city was losing. Damage was awful. But in just 3 years, 20,000 new buildings. San Francisco was back on its feet again. Its citizens knew that their city could survive just about anything. The Great Quake of 1906, San Francisco's worst earthquake, was certainly not the first, and unfortunately, not the last. Look out the window toward the city and near it. The earth shook again in October 1989, and it was the region that suffered the greatest damage at that point. The man-made land reclaimed from the bay rolled like ocean waves, and buildings collapsed in the rock. Stuart Brand was driving his car there when the earthquake struck. The camera was red, down in the bullfrog, looking across the camera, Lee Kang Wong was also here in the quake of 1989, which struck right about dinner time.
I was just about ready to cook my rice, and all of a sudden, the walls and the chandelier began to tremble, and my husband yelled at me, "There's an earthquake." I just got under with the dining table and turned on all the electricity, and we didn't have dinner that night.
After the gold rush, San Francisco grew into a cosmopolitan city with impressive mansions, grand theaters, and elegant hotels. But the spirit of the first settlers still echoes in the area's Spanish place names. Names such as, well, San Francisco for one. And there's Tiburon, which is Spanish for shark. Even the name Alcatraz comes from the Spanish name for pelican, Los Alcatrazes. We're passing another place with a name that came from the Spanish. Over to the left is the island the Spanish called La Isla de Nuestra Señora de los Ángeles, the island of Our Lady of the Angels. Nowadays, we just call it Angel Island. 2,000 years ago, Angel Island was home to the Miwok Indians. The Miwok lived a good life on the small island paradise, hunting in the island forest and fishing in the bay. Later, the Spanish used it as a military base, and later still, the U.S. Army set up shop. Its open spaces are lined with hiking and bicycling trails, and it is once again island paradise in the middle of the bay. You can visit it today by taking a blue and gold fleet ferry. There's another chapter in Angel Island's history that began in the late 1800s, when the United States government built an immigration center on the island. Angel Island became the Ellis Island of the West. For more than 50 years, thousands of Asian immigrants passed through Angel Island. Many of them were held on the island until they could prove that they had relatives already living in the United States.
My name is John Gio. I came here in 1924. I went to the island, what you call Angel Island.
The immigrants were questioned for hours, and their answers were compared with statements made by other family members.
First, he asked my name, my parents' names, and brothers and sisters, and later on, he asked about the house, how many doors, how many windows.
The price of a wrong answer was deportation. But today, the old detention center houses a museum, a monument to San Francisco's Asian immigrants, men and women who fought their way past legal barriers and racial prejudice to enjoy America's promise of a brighter future. Creatures that lived on that barren rock were flocks of pelicans. In fact, that's where Alcatraz got its name. The Spanish named the island after the pelicans, Los Alcatrazes. The U.S. Army decided Alcatraz Island was the perfect place for a fort to defend the bay from invaders. But this cold and windy rock was such an unpleasant place that they changed their mind. It was now the perfect place for a military prison, and eventually a federal penitentiary. It was a time when gangsters were becoming heroes to people. The government needed to send a message that crime did not pay. So they created Alcatraz, the very last stop in the country's prison system. A place to send the worst criminals of all.
Yeah, my name is Leon Whitey Thompson. My number was 1465. I was a man that had total hatred in them days. I hated anything that walked the claw on this earth. And when you got a man like that in prison, you got to get rid of him. And that's what they did. They shipped me to Alcatraz.
These were hard men, kidnappers, bank robbers, killers, men so dangerous. In 1934, not one was allowed to step down onto free soil. They simply loaded the train cars, one by one, onto barges, and floated them out to the island with the inmates chained up inside.
Alright folks, just another quick safety announcement. No standing on the benches. That goes for both adults and children. Thank you.
That if a man died on Alcatraz, his corpse would lead the same way, stone cold dead, but in chains. With men like these, you could never be too careful. The building you see on top of the hill was the inmate's new home, the Alcatraz cell house. One described it as a tomb of living souls. Some would stay for a year, others for 20 or 25 years or more. To get an idea of the accommodations inside, go ahead and reach your arms out as far as you can from side to side. That's how wide an Alcatraz cell is, only 5 feet across. Now reach your hands up high above your head. That's how tall, and only a bit longer from end to end. The cell house might look huge from here, but it was never completely filled. No more than 300 inmates lived inside at any time. 300. They could all fit on this boat ride today.
Once again for this trip, guys, turn it off.